Good morning. It is February 1st, 6:22 a.m. And I found out what was going on with the chickens. So there are eggs over here. They are laying eggs. They just weren't showing up properly on the animals screen. So we've got 5 pieces here and 5 pieces here. So I'm assuming that's 5 liters? Or that's just how it's counted, 5 liters. So our chickens are laying eggs. So it looks like about 5 a day right now, I think. Now let's check the fermentation is at 56%. Good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the equipment out to the area that we're going to be using it in. So all we have left to do is clear out the rest of the logs, sell those off. Let's check the. It's actually actually we can't really check the. Can't really check to see if the grass grew back any at all. But it does look like I was correct with the growth stage for the grass here. See how it doesn't have like extra flowers or anything on it. It's not taller with extra flowers. That's what it would look like if it would grow one more stage, but that has not happened. So we're going to start moving these logs around to a more central location. At least that's what we're going to try and work on while we wait for the time to go to the shop to go sell the logs that are on the back of the trailer now. And we're going to try and get all these sold up today, if we can. And then tomorrow, if we still need to, we'll be selling these tomorrow. But we're trying to get all this out of the way, and then we're going to start chopping all the grass up. At least over on this side. I might leave the grass that's over. Whoa! Whoa! I've got my feet crossed on the pedals, like one foot trying to hold the pedals in place so they don't move around too much. This one is super heavy. Let me just get this. Come on now. There we go. But I had my foot crossed underneath my foot that uses the pedals. And I forgot I was pressing the accelerator. Alright, we'll just throw this right here. We might just leave the grass that's out over there, if you can see, on the hill and past the hill that's left. We'll leave that to probably grow until March, maybe, because we still have this grass over here to cut down for the field that we're going to plow. And then we still have to plow the other field, and then all the grass that's kind of near the chicken coop out there, where the first section of the forested area that we chopped down. So we have a lot of grass to cut down, and then try to windrow up as best as possible. But it's going to be kind of all over the place since it's not really a square area that we're dealing with here. I go ahead and just push that up there like that. It doesn't need to be exact, just so I can actually still reach it. Basically just doing this so it's a little easier to get these logs out of the way when the time comes. Oh. Whoa. A little too. Alright. But yeah, so all this grass out here, since we're going to be plowing this up, we want to cut this down, since it's not going to have the chance to grow. We don't don't want to have too big of an area to plant, because we might not have enough money for the seed. I'm going to be buying seed in small amounts. I have this little... I have a mod that makes it to where you can buy seed. I believe it's like small seed and fertilizer bags that are actually... You can actually pick them up by hand. I might buy seed in that amount. Possibly. We'll see. Because I know 1,000 seed in the bags only costs about $850, I think. Pretty sure. And that's really cheap. That's cheap compared to the other one. Let's check it out here. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So seeds in this pallet, this like bag pallet, big bag, that's what it's called, $900, which is kind of all right. But this is the same amount of seed for 150 less. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the chicken feed here. 1,400 for 1,000 wheat, and then 1,500 for 1,000 wheat. I don't know if it's just easier to use or something. But we also have these bags here. It's $1 per seed. So it's, you know, a bit less money. But we're probably just going to go with one bag at a time, and we'll see how much we can plant with one bag at a time. But we need to get the planter. And now the... Oh. I thought the pedal did that. I think it was like a combination of me moving one thing and another at the same time. But we're going to have to buy the planter. Now, with the planter, that gives us the option to plant other things as well. And since we'll have the plow... I mean, it's not like we will be able to plant multiple things this season or this year, since it's, you know, basically a year-long adventure here. We will only be able to get one crop this year. I think there might be a way to get a second crop of something else. Yeah, if we planted corn. Actually, we could do it with sunflowers, too. If we plant sunflowers in the beginning of March, we can... It says we should be able to harvest them at the beginning of October, and then still have the chance to plant wheat or barley. Don't know how that'll work out, though. I mean, it's the same thing with oat, too. We could plant oat, harvest it, and then plant canola immediately after it. But I think we're going to go sunflowers and then wheat or barley. Probably wheat. So that's what we're going to try and do. And wheat goes through, you know, wheat, canola, and barley last through the winter. They're pretty hardy as far as that's concerned. I mean, I'm sure there's different varieties of wheat and barley that are for different times of the year. Maybe like a spring barley or a spring wheat that you plant during that time and harvest during the summer, maybe. But I'm not... I have an interest in agriculture. I am not... definitely no expert in agriculture. And I'm trying to learn, you know, different things about gardening and growing food for myself. But yeah, definitely no expert in the matter. Let's check these here. I didn't check these. Yeah, we're getting close to a pallet apiece here. Alright, let's get to the shop and sell those logs, and then we can bring them back. 56%. We could bring the trailer back. Start loading up another load of logs. Whoop. I should probably put it into gear, yeah. So let's get these logs to the shop, sell them. I'll bring you back to see how much we make off of these, and then we can continue getting the logs together and selling them. Try to see how much money we can make in a single day here. Alright, we're here at the shop. Let's see how much money we get for these, and then head back. Now we have quite a few large logs on here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to 6,000. Should be close to that. Let's make sure none fell off. Okay. Oh no, I guess not. $4,644, which isn't bad. I just, I thought it would be a little bit more. That's okay. We still have a lot of logs to go through here, and we almost have enough for the plow, so that's pretty good. So let's get back to the homestead, get some more logs loaded up and sold, and we'll see if we can buy the plow. We'll have to load it up on the back of the trailer. Okay, I kind of had a bit of a thought on the crops we're going to be growing, and I almost completely forgot about the beehives. Now, we're not going to get a whole lot of honey, because beehives are actually fairly expensive, at least the ones that produce honey fast, the larger beehives, but they will up the yield on sunflowers, as well as canola, I believe is what it is. It's canola, sunflowers, and potatoes, I think is the correct one there. Or the correct crops that beehives increase the yield of. So what I'm thinking, and maybe I'm off base here, or perhaps I'm wrong, I don't know, I guess we'll have to find out, is if we plant, because we won't be able to till lime. We might be able, we should be able to, with the money we make off of all these logs, we might be able to pull off getting a fertilizer with the planter, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what we can afford after all the logs are sold. I know we have a lot of grass to put down. We still need to put in that bigger silage pit, because I want the bigger one, so that way we can actually produce more silage from it. But don't think we're going to be able to afford the machines that can both lime and fertilize. We'll only be able to afford one that can fertilize. So that's going to be the how do you say it, baby?
No.
How do you say it? The Amazona? You sure that's how you say it? How do you know? You looked it up? Saying it? Amazona? It's a German company? I thought it was a South American company. I know, I'm thinking of Voltra. But we're probably only going to be able to afford the Amazona fertilizer. And even then, we won't be able to put a lot of fertilizer in it. A lot of the solid fertilizer. It's too bad you can't get fertilizer from your chickens or sheep or anything. So, we'll probably only be able to afford that machine, which only does solid fertilizer. You can't put lime in it. I know there's a mod where you can get a fertilizer and lime machine that's small like that, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to go with what fertilizer machines we do have. So we won't be able to afford the big one. So we'll be without lime on the fields. So that's going to cause a deficit in our yields. But if we can put down a few beehives, that could help a little bit, because I know it's like 5%. You get like a 5% yield bonus from the beehives around those fields. Now, I don't know if it has, okay, so it has a distance on it. I think the biggest one is 150 meters distance. But I don't know if it's just, as long as it's within range of the field, the whole field gets it, or if it's like a circle of 100 meters or 200 meters that you have to be within. Either way, we can put a few of the smaller beehives around it. We won't get a whole lot of honey, but at least we'll be producing something else that can be sold. It's not going to be a lot of it, but it's going to be something, and that's okay. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Let go. There we go. We need to push it forward a little bit there. That's not going to work very well. I'm just going to load it from the other side then. We'll get one of these smaller ones on there, because that looks like it's just going to fall. And then we'll load up all the ones by hand over there. So yeah, beehives would probably be a good plan, since we won't be able to get, we won't be able to get the roller. Roller is like $41,000. There's a lot of stuff we won't be able to afford. And since I'm not leasing equipment, which I probably should, I mean that's what I would imagine that's what a lot of farmers end up having to do, is lease equipment, just because of how expensive everything is. I mean, I'm certain that this tractor that I own right here, definitely not $39,000, probably more, brand new. There's no way it was only $39,000 brand new, So, I don't know. Maybe I should lift the embargo, so to speak, on leasing equipment. But I don't know, I just kind of don't want to. I kind of want to just work with what I can afford currently. We'll see. I mean, if it gets to the point to where it's like, you know what, I really should instead. Maybe I will. But I kind of like the idea of only being able to work with what you can afford to actually own. Now again, that might not be totally realistic. Yeah, because a lot of this, yeah, I mean, I've seen price tags on a lot of this stuff, and it's not. I mean, it's definitely expensive. This stuff is not cheap. There we go. Now we could probably just leave it like that, and then just load up the hand ones. Let's go ahead and do that. Load up all these other smaller logs onto it here, maybe. Might be able to put it right here. Nah, it's not gonna work. I mean, I could do that. It's a little silly, but let's see. Let's go around the back, or not the back, but the other side here. Load these on. Start falling. Yeah, it did kind of start falling, didn't it? Make sure to not do that, because otherwise, there we go. We'll do it like that. We'll have to alternate to be able to fit all these on. There we go. Let's get these over to the shop now. We're getting close to being finished with. I mean, we got a lot of the logs already out of here. Let's see if we can load these up. Get them over to the shop as well. We'll just go ahead and keep the engine running. Keep the engine running. We're not going to be here long, I don't think. There we go. Oh yeah. That's, well, that one tried to fly off. Let's see if we can't fix that. There we go. That's just, we'll just keep them like that on there. Get this over to the shop and sell these. Get back here, load up another load of wood. This is some pretty repetitive stuff today, but we will be getting into different things here pretty soon. Pretty soon here. Why did I go this way? Oh, I was trying to check the fermentation level. Don't really need to, but... So we'll be getting into plowing and some grass work here in the next day or two. Might even be able to start getting into it tomorrow, as long as we can keep selling these logs at a good rate. So now, after we're done with this load, the next couple of loads or so are going to be about six logs apiece. So I will see you at the shop, and we'll find out how much we make. Alright, we're here at the shop, and I was having a look at the planting and harvest schedules. Oh, I don't know why I shut off the engine. I was having a look at the planting and harvesting schedules, and it looks like I gotta move these logs, make sure they're on the sell point all at once now. $6,050, pretty good. I think, you know what, we can buy the plow now. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll flip this around, load it up onto the back of the trailer here. Oh, I thought I disconnected. There we go. I was looking at the planting schedule, and since we're planting sunflowers in March, we only get the option of wheat or canola. Wheat, barley, canola afterwards. Let's see, plows. There you are. I really should buy one of these instead. It'd be just a bit easier. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's a square plow. Like, it makes it a little too pretty. Alright, let's go with this one. This one will be easier to pull anyway. Alright, we got this now. So if we look at the planting schedule here, so if we plant sunflowers, then we harvest those sunflowers in October, right? And then we only have the chance to plant either wheat or barley. We'll probably go with wheat. Yeah, we'll go with wheat, which then can be harvested in July, and then in August we can plant canola, but then we're pretty much locked out of trying to do sunflowers after canola. So there's that. Not entirely, we could wait pretty much a whole year, but I think trying to get as many crops, you know, cycled through would be the best. Now, I don't think there's a way to fold this plow. Yeah, it's just rotating and lowering and stuff. So we're just gonna have to park it as is. Wait, there we go. I was trying to move the camera, I forgot to switch the thing over. Alright, so we'll just disconnect here, drive off. And then we got a hook up and strap down the plow. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And now we can bring the plow to the homestead. So yeah, I think trying to get as many crops out of the fields that we're going to be planting would be the best option. So that's what we're going to do. Now, in March, we could actually cut the grass out in the far section, the far north section of our plot of land. We could cut the grass there again. It's not going to be as grown in, but we could cut the grass and plant more grass. And we could use that for silage, eventually maybe even baling it into silage bales, but this is like far into the future. It would yield better, but at the same time we want to try and get, you know, everything we need for it. So like roller, we want to be able to roll it, mulch it, do all the things so we can get the most amount out of it as possible. But this is exciting. We just got the plow, so we can start plowing the fields here soon. We'll have that whole field that's in front of the house, and then that field we're going to plow up onto the hill. So let's get back and get to it. Okay, made it back to the homestead, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to offload the plow into the vehicle shelter over here. We're going to offload the plow, and then we're going to go load up another load of wood onto the trailer. And then we'll park the trailer and we'll start plowing over here, this field right here in front of the house, because this one is basically ready to go. We'll just go ahead and drop it down here. That's fine right there for now, because we're going to use it today. I don't know why I said we would park it into the vehicle shelter if we're going to be using it today. I'm just excited to get going on it, I think is what it is. And then we'll go ahead and load up these logs. Probably won't have enough time to go and sell more logs today. A little unfortunate, but it's just how it's going to be. But we should have at least a bit of time to get going on the field plowing. Whoa. Put a little bit too much English on that steering. Alright, let's get these logs loaded up for tomorrow. So basically it's going to be like a load of logs sold, and then, you know, plow some of the field, and then just keep going with that until all these logs are sold and we're ready to plow this side. But that's going to be a little bit, so we still have to mow the grass over here. And this is a lot of grass in weird patches all over the place. So I'll tell you what we really need is a dang pressure washer. Wash off all the dirt on this equipment. Stuff's getting real dirty. Okay. Now, I don't know if, what's going on here? Get off. What is going on with this log? Get off. Get off the forks. There we go. That was weird. And it's just catching on the forks. Yeah, maybe we do have some time. Probably not, though. I mean, it's already getting towards 4 o'clock. It takes about a 40 minutes in-game time just to get to the shop. So we probably don't have enough time to get the logs over there. That's fine. We'll just go with what we were saying there about plowing the field up today. Starting to get it plowed today. Now, is there enough space for another one? I think if we move, we could probably put a small one right there if we move those logs off to the side when we go to put this one down. Maybe. Yeah, we can grab it from this end, the big end, facing towards the front of the trailer. And I probably could have grabbed this one a little better. So we'll see about, let's see, move these. No, that didn't do anything. There we go. Just like that. Lean it in like this and just drop it into place, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. 4 on the base there. Whoa, relax. Okay. I'll just keep loading these up. We don't have that many more logs to put on the trailer. I'm kind of like lifting the front tires up to do this, but which is probably not the greatest of ideas to do. Don't. Gee, how did I know you were going to do that? You can't. Alright. Relax. Be able to see. There we go. There we go. Whoa, no, not forward, backward. Don't you dare knock that log off. Alright, let's go grab some more. Getting close to being done with these. That's great. I'm kind of overdoing the whole logging thing right now. I want to get to some field work. I mean, it's a necessary step right now, but man, I'm done with it. I know it's some pretty decent money, but I find field work to be a lot more interesting. That's kind of my favorite thing to be doing, is either field work or animal care. Not really cutting trees for a living. At least as far as trying to farm, anyway. Unless I had one of those, what are the Komatsu, or the Ponce, Scorpion King. Those machines are neat, but doing it like this is not as fun. But those are, you know, not only out of our price range, but way out of our abilities to try and think about affording. I think we can fit about three more logs on there, and that should do it for this load of logs. And then we can go ahead and park the skid steer for the night. Okay. As well as we're doing here with it too. That looks pretty good so far. I think, yeah, like two more logs ought to be it for this. We'll just grab these two. We might not have a whole lot of time to be able to even plow tonight, but we'll definitely be getting to it tomorrow. We might have a little bit of time to try and like start a row here or there, but today we're not going to get a lot of it done. Okay, probably should have went the other direction. That's my mistake. Yeah, we should have went from this side. There's quite a few logs on there. And we could probably fit one more on the top, it looks like. Probably just this smaller one over here. That should be it for this load. And then, you know, what do we got? 5 more logs to sell afterwards for tomorrow. So we'll probably just knock it all out as quickly as possible in the morning. Once it's time to go sell. Hopefully this tractor can, I mean, I'm pretty sure it can pull all this. This doesn't look too crazy as far as weight is concerned for this tractor. I'd be more worried if it was our old tractor trying to do something like this. Man, we could even fit one more on there. We can even fit one more on there, I'll bet anything. Yeah, I'll bet anything we can fit one more on top. So let's do that. That'll just mean less logs to load tomorrow. And a bigger payout when we get there. We'll get the small log over here, way out. Yeah, this one right here should do it. Let's get this. So it looks like it stays light just a little bit longer in February, so that's kind of neat to see, even though it's still winter time, but it really starts getting dark more towards 6 o'clock rather than 5. Alright. Skid steer, don't fail me now. Loading skills, don't fail me now. Alright, let's see if we can do this. It's like we're playing Jenga or something. Minus the part where we're trying to pull logs out from the middle. Let's see, back up a little. Not that far. We want them like right there. Just a little forward, a little back some more, and then right there. Ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. That looks good. Alright, let's get this. Let's get the skid steer back to the machine shelter. Did a good job today with this thing. Yeah, all this is all gonna be a big old field. It's gonna be awesome looking. It's all finished and set up. Park this sucker. Go grab the tractor. We'll park it a little further in because we're gonna need room. Let's check the fermentation. 58%. Awesome. Chickens still good. Tomatoes still good. Still good on water on those too. So we'll be good on water on those for a while. Oh yeah, this thing barely even registers the logs back there. It still just pulls the trailer, no problems. This is great. I'm so glad we got this tractor. This makes things just so much easier. Okay. Turn the camera around here so I can see what's going on. We're gonna have to get a bigger shed here soon, before long. I think that was kind of repetitive, actually, of me to say that. All right, let's grab the plow here, and we'll see what. Okay, we'll see about where we want to start planting the sunflowers. So we're gonna make sure that it's flipped around. Okay, and allow create fields. All right. Let's see. We want to do this. We want to bring this field a bit further back, and we want it to go to just the edge of the driveway here. Or the edge of the road. Right about there. That seems good. And we want it to go back, not super far, but far enough. Let's see. There's going to be a lot of rocks in this field, I think. I just have that feeling. Oh, not backwards, forwards. We want it about right here. Yeah, that works. And we want it to go all the way to the edge of our property that way. So let's get this kind of lined up here. All right. It's a little bit, you know, the field isn't going to be perfect, which is fine. Gives it a bit more character, I think. So we might have to cut that tree down there. We're kind of going pretty far here, and that is the property line. So let's turn this around. Oh, kind of run into the tree here. Alright, let's kind of zoom in a bit here so we can see where we are. Trees are kind of blocking vision there. I don't know, because I think the edge of that field is right on the property line, so I'm not sure if putting the plow down here is going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to, you know what, we'll go to that portion of the field and we'll drive this way. That shouldn't be an issue. Okay, flip the plow, or turn the plow that way. And we should be able to do it right here. That shouldn't be a problem. And just drive carefully now. Now we're gonna have that little kind of imperfection in the field right there, but that's kind of to be expected with creating fields with, especially with plows like these. It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to do it. So that's basically going to be the field right there. And then we can actually, why don't we go ahead and drive this all the way down to the end of our property line. Alright, let's try and stay straight on here so we don't plow up the road. It's a little difficult. Plows like to kind of pull you in one direction or the other. I know there's a mod out there, it's like GPS steering, and it actually keeps you in some pretty awesome, you know, square field lines and stuff. But I mean, not only is it expensive because it's an addition, it's like an add-on on the tractor that you're driving or that you're buying. It's a customization for the tractor. Okay. And that's pretty much all we can get done today as far as plowing is concerned. So let's go ahead and park the plow, or just park the tractor in general. We'll be plowing tomorrow morning until it's time to go sell the wood or the logs. So this field's going to be fairly large. I think we can probably get a good, I don't know, 8,000 liters of sunflowers out of it. Well, maybe not that much. We won't be able to. I don't think we'll be able to get that much because we will have the needs lime and stuff like that. So we're gonna try and afford a plant. Oh, not right there. Let's pull forward a bit, back up this way, because we'll have the needs lime and needs needs to be weeded and all that stuff. We'll see what happens. All right, let's check on our chickens. See how they're doing. Looks like they're doing good. Hey, get back in there. What are you doing? It's dangerous out here. Didn't you know there's a Sam Squanch? So it looks like it's still just 5 pieces here for each little thing. And in March we should have 30 chickens in each one. And what I might do is just sell 10 at a time. I don't know if I want to sell all, all the old ones all at once to try and keep egg production up. Alright, so that is it for today. I'm going to wash up, get some dinner, go to bed. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Thanks for stopping by. Until tomorrow, have a great night, everyone.